Hello and welcome to my draft instructional design plan. I will be doing it on PowerPoint for my class, and I will show you how I do it really quick as in a 5-minute video. Let me share my screen. Okay, so the first of it, they will learn to find the PowerPoint. So I will show them where that is located, as you can see right here. And I have it right here, so then I will pop it open and show them how to pop it open themselves. You have many designs here to use for this, but I think I'm only going to use the blank design for it. Okay, pupils must locate and open the PowerPoint just like I showed you. The purpose of this project is to determine its location and how it can be accessible, which I showed you, which is down here at the bottom in the little not hourglass, but magnifying glass. Then they'll study the tools accessible on their for their PowerPoint and experiment with them to get to know them better, which would be, let's say, insert. Let's insert a picture from this device. And let's see here. I'll go into here. Sorry about all these open buttons, people. This is cool. There you go. And then they'll see that they'll have their picture on there. But they'll get to experiment with all these things like remove backgrounds or disregard all changes. The first day is just getting into this and learning all the new steps in this, which will take probably a day or two. The students in this class will require informational visuals for their information strategies, which I will be making little videos like this to show them where they can find it and how they can use it. Assuming the majority of them will be older and have no prior experience with PowerPoint, I will be making handouts that will kind of show them, and also short videos, just like I was just talking about. There will also be audio in this to help them. I will also be going around talking to each and every student in my class. There will be no lectures, but rather a first-hand demonstration of how to use the PowerPoint tools. Repetition and capacity to rewatch a video will help one learn. The audio will be synchronized with the video to avoid confusion during the lecture. I will be using Zoom and Canva and showing them how they can also use these same things. The design strategy is teacher to learner and teacher to learner. I will be wandering about and talking to each student. I do not think it needs text, but I will use paper instructions also. The design plan calls for voice instructions, step-by-step instructions, which will be included with the video instructions. Students will learn how to use the tools and create a new presentation to gain a better knowledge of how things work. Let's go with a new slide, just like this, and they'll be able to add their own text here, add a text or a picture here. Then they would add another new slide. And of course, this is going to take time to do this. I want them to feel good about doing it each time they do it. So probably one class would be working on one slide. Then the next class would be working on 2 slides. I plan on at least 8 weeks because sometimes with the older generation, you need to work with them a little bit more because this is all new stuff to them. And a lot of them do not have computers at home or even have the internet. The corrected slide will be made available to students each and every day when they come back. It'll be saved on a jump drive. The use of open images will be introduced, and after finding a free image, users will download it, save it to the desktop, then upload it to a new presentation and incorporate it in an existing slide. The goal was to make it easy access and operate on saved file. In the next sections, the students will learn how to merge text boxes and images at their preferred positions. They will use the text box to study the typefaces and font sizes. To acquire proficiency, students will continue to engage with these. The purpose of this initiative is to facilitate the creation of a new slide that corresponds to the intended PowerPoint presentation design. Students will have completed the stage and have minimal difficulty progressing to the next levels in this procedure. The students will begin to from scratch on each slide and include whatever they can think of to put in that presentation. At this stage, students will be able to finish the PowerPoint presentation and learn how to use the slideshow or the mouse-driven display for each slide. Each student will work on their own PowerPoint project, and it will be monitored and tracked. Their knowledge will be evaluated regularly with emphasis on what they have learned about PowerPoint and how they use the tools provided. The project's final presentation is expected to function as a summative assessment. The class will take place in a local library. Most individuals utilizing this rural library lack access to a computer at home, just as I just said. For every new tool being used, I will supply handouts with a video that can be paused and replayed as needed to highlight the tools and explain their usage. I will be using Zoom for recording along with Canva, and I will upload it to YouTube so people can watch it for their convenience whenever they are or wherever they are. And they will have the option to do so. Throughout the program, I will solicit feedback and questions about all materials and technologies used during this course. For the informative assessment, I will have the students provide me with feedback on how the class went and whether I covered everything that was required. At the end of the class, I will distribute a feedback document that does not include their names. I will deliver the handout that includes the evaluation, whether the class was beneficial. I need to know the following questions. Did you manage to keep up with the class? Did the teacher follow at the speed that you were comfortable with? Did you learn what was needed for the PowerPoint presentation? Did the teacher explain the software tools and how to utilize them in a format and speed that you could understand? Would you recognize or recommend this course to others? Provide input on what you liked or disliked about the class. I'm not going to go into full detail because we only have 5 minutes, but this is about the start of what my presentation will be. Thank you. Oh my goodness, I did all that and I didn't. Did that work?